Alright guys, welcome back for some more of my reaction series to Adelie's Let's Play of Destiny the Ywkls. Last we saw, she completed Nehru's trial dungeon and then started doing the boss rush. She did Din's and then stupidly left out of the game, which means she probably had to do it over again. So we're going to see how she tackles Nehru, as that's what I'm assuming that's what she'll do here. Strange enough, it's an 18-minute video. It's a short one. I don't mind that, but let's just see what goes on. Hat for this video is Evie.
Hey guys, Adelie here, and welcome back to Let's Play Destiny the Ywkls. So in the last episode, we finished off the boss rush with Din, and now we're going to do it with Nehru. I had some minor, shall we say, control issues. My controller does not have enough buttons for everything Ywkls wants to do. So, and I had to mess around. I had to disable EX4, because I don't have enough buttons for it. If I use it, it'll have to be using the keyboard, but I don't really expect that much reason to use it. It had originally been bound to the same thing as my B button, which I did not discover until after I'd started. Which that was kind of an issue in that okay. Wow. Okay then.
The Slimer dude?
Right. I'm gonna take a second just to let everything regen because it literally won't take much time at all. But yeah, it was set to the same as the B button item, and that meant every time I tried to use my item, ow, I could be dodging better. But every time I tried to use my item, I was also using the pretty magic-hungry extra fragments, so I probably won't be using them in this playthrough. So we're gonna take a second to just
I didn't
regen,
use them either.
For the most part, you don't need it until the final boss, and
I
even then,
didn't
I
use
probably
there.
would have been doing better if I hadn't been constantly.
I didn't even use it there.
What's the word I'm looking for? Draining it with Ferrari's wind. So yeah. Good enough. Oh well, there we go. All right, hi, Dig Dogger. I'm sure you're a very handsome sea urchin.
Is that what Dig Dogger is? I don't even know what species Dig Dogger is.
That didn't take long. A lot of these are going to be reasonably short and sweet.
For the most part.
Just...
Baron may be a bit harsh for you.
Okay, on to number 4. The Stone Golem. When he's doing those, really, you just make sure that you're not firing right when he's... This attack is honestly the hardest one to deal with. And there we go. Gonna just regen. Good. Okay, this is in fact where it started being an issue. Mostly because every time I used the boomerang to kill the little piranha plants, Calademos spawns. I was also turning on Ferrari's wind, and that wasn't very good. But I did learn that you can get magic in this fight, it just doesn't happen very often.
No.
I beg your pardon? I'm gonna stand here and just try and regen a little more. Who's next?
Whoever was level 5.
I can't remember. Good enough. Alright, Evil Eagle.
Oh, it's a 6.
something to remember, you cannot, block the feathers. So, you'll need to go around them. Which can be easier said than done. That wasn't too bad, though.
Nah.
Alright, I'm gonna sit here and regen. At least I'm gonna go until... Okay, my health is regen. I'm gonna go one more tick of magic regen. I don't want to wait too much, because, you know...
I mean, I made everyone
don't want
wait.
you guys getting bored or anything.
Uh-huh.
Alright, good enough. Right, this guy, honestly, you may not want to use, arrows much at all. Because, for the most part, you're gonna have trouble hitting him with the arrows, because he's a Dark Nut. The only time you really should be using your arrows is when he's doing those spiral sword attacks, because he will face that way. There we go. We are gonna sit here and regen, because this is getting longer. Plus,
Yeah.
I strained a muscle in my thumb. You don't realize how much you use your thumb for all sorts of things, including video games,
Well,
until it hurts when you move it. So I'm trying not to do too much damage to it. So I'm taking a break.
it's so comfortable for me.
While I'm
though.
regenning and talking, let's see, what else? What can I talk about? I'm going to go over my thoughts about the quest so far. We still have, once we finish this, we will still have an optional super boss to fight, and I'm going to do it.
Yep.
And then we can get something really, really nice from Amy Rose.
Oh, yeah.
This quest has been a lot of fun. SC Ywkls is doing Remembrance of Shadows, which is the sequel to this, and I will probably be doing that in a year or so, you know, once I get back to it. But I have really enjoyed this quest. There are things that I wish Ywkls had done differently. There always are going to be. Nothing's perfect, and also no two people ever agree. Like, Ywkls really gets enamored of a puzzle type and overuses it.
Yeah, it does.
Well, speaking of SC Ywkls, he really hates turnstile puzzles.
Definitely.
I don't hate them. I don't actually love them, and
I
do
don't
think
like
Ywkls
the whole thing
really
that you have to
kind
go
of is
around
overusing
twice.
them. Hamiltonian path puzzles. Oh my god, Ywkls, please stop. Block pushing, I don't feel quite wears out its welcome the same way.
No. Ice puzzles I don't like.
You know, block pushing Joel, block pushing jokes. But honestly, a lot of that's really minor. And of course, there's also my fairly consistent comments about visual design, designing for visual sensitivity issues. Please don't, you know. I know a lot of Zelda classics' useful visual effects are really unpleasant for people with migraines or sensitivity or motion sickness.
Wow.
And okay, we can move on to the next one. Plasmarine. This guy is
one example for
kind
you.
of a difficulty dip.
I would not
think.
say Remembrance of Shadows is a sequel. I would say it's more of a spin-off. Yes,
Yeah,
it is
kind of
tied to the
difficulty
story.
So we're gonna, but the next,
But it's
the
not
next fight
next.
is a lot harder and certainly much more magic intensive. So I'm going to sit here and regen more.
Shattered
So,
Dreams
yeah,
is the next
There
quest.
are my usual comments, which you've heard. You know, the
And no, I'm
the
not doing a
tendency to
reaction
hide
to
stuff.
Remembrance of Shadows.
I know.
If she ever does Nightmare,
guess-
I will.
I think there should be more indications. Like I said, that one underwater was especially egregious because there had been a switched version of the same sprite not 5 minutes before. The tree in near level 8 wasn't nearly as bad because it wasn't
That's just something you have to be more
coded
observant
to look
about.
like something that had to be removed. So, that's a thing. Alright.
Oh, it's Varen now.
Oh, damn it. Ow. Yeah, Varen is kind of a bitch. I really wouldn't bother most of the time with the bee.
The bee form.
Because the bee... I do find this pink version of Varon a lot easier to fight in some ways, and certainly a lot easier to see than the gray one that we fought in the actual Black Tower.
Yeah.
Keep your health up. Just keep
yeah,
moving.
but also watch your magic, because I think I ran out of magic on the first attempt.
Damn it.
It did cost me.
Okay. Yep, I don't have a lot to talk about.
I know she's a Final Fantasy player. Well, she has knowledge of it. I'm just wondering if Glory Squad will ever be on her
I gotta say that
sites, but
the redesign
like I said,
of Varon's fairy form is kind of weird.
It is sort of like the Rebirth, only a little bit more forgiving in some ways.
Right, because Din has to go back through all that shit. Oh, great. Well,
yeah. Shouldn't have done that.
Alright, I'll be back. Alright, so that was stupid. Alright. We got Nehru's Love. This gem has the power of a goddess and can turn projectiles into hearts. EX4, watch your magic meter. Yeah. Okay. Oh wait, we can go out the door now. Doofus. Right. So yeah, that was that. So, really, there's not much else Din can do except go back to...
Go back to the point and...
go back and... Although she probably wants to... We probably want to get some, things. Oh boy, how long was that? I don't know. I think that was probably 10 minutes?
Oh, that wasn't long at all.
Probably. So let's see if I need to refill on
everything.
Seed shooter ammo. That's for damn sure.
You need to fill up on everything.
There we go. So yeah, I mean, we've got the optional super boss, which we'll be doing
yeah.
at some point.
I'm recording this the day after this video came out, and the cover for the next video does have the super boss on it.
The final dungeon, the very definitely final dungeon, which will be
something I'm incredibly proud of in terms of the soundtrack.
A thing and a half.
Yeah, that's the only thing I got is the soundtrack.
I'm gonna cut some bushes and just try and get refilled on seed shooter ammo. Yep. Which, that may take a little while, but, yeah. So, right. Not that long. Only another 6. 5.
And,
4.
at the time I'm recording this,
3.
Remembrance of Shadows for me is finished. I've, the finale has gone up.
2.
So now you'll be seeing the next quest come up.
There we go. We got enough seed shooter ammo. Okay, so we'll go on as Din. I'm gonna save here, actually. Yep, good. And now we'll go back to Nehru. Yes.
Yeah.
Alright, so that was fun. That was stupid. Okay, so now we are going to go up to Goron City. I want to talk to Amy Rose first to see whether I have to fight the super boss or whether I can get her reward before I fight the super boss, but I think I probably have to fight the super boss. But the super boss is also in Goron City, so...
Yes, it is.
Let's see.
Your
Find
warp...
a good place to save, though. Honestly,
you passed it up.
Yeah, I don't think there is a good save point. I mean, I have to I'll go to Rolling Ridge rather than Nehru's house. Let's go back to Dawn's Rise for now.
And you still hadn't fixed that problem.
Alright. We'll go to Rolling Ridge and walk down, because I think there's a save point up there. There might not be, but I think there is.
You can hit level 5s.
Let's see here.
You can hit level 5 save point.
Well, there definitely is, because there's this. So we're going to save. Good. Yes.
Yeah.
I will probably call this a sort of short episode, because we're going to, we're not going to fight the super boss in this episode, because he's not hard. He's long. Very long.
Yeah, it's an endurance fight.
Basically, he's got a ridiculous health bar. That's mostly it.
It's an endurance fight, really, instead of just laying in the hurt.
So, that's the right... No, go down the... Yeah, no, that leads to the Kikwi and the trading quest. This leads to Goron City, eventually.
Later. And we'll see that fight probably in the next part.
Alright, so we go in. And let's see here. First, let's see. We'll talk to Amy Rose and just see what she says. You've beaten all the bad guys yet. Do you want to do it again? If you're after something really neat, you will have Din look for a way to stall across the beaches of Labrina. We've done that. Okay, so just... Yeah, okay. So we just have to finish this off first. A bunch of cool games hidden somewhere in Labrina, but the X-Spot is a secret to everybody. Smash the Fire of Fate. So, smash fire. Dang it. Pierce the earth. Stay the wind with steel. Steel, by the way, means the ball and chain. Banish the water with fire. Okay. Keep that in mind, because it's important for the super boss.
I didn't even know that, because I never knew who that was.
So, thank you guys for joining, even though it's a little early.
We'll get to it in the next video, guys.
Out. So, thank you guys for joining me for Let's Play Destiny of the Oracles, and I will see you next time. Have a great evening. Goodbye.
Good job on the Nehru boss rush. And, yeah. Your comments about this quest are pretty valid. I get it. And, I don't know if you're like I said, I don't think you're right in saying that Remembrance of Shadows is a sequel to this. Shattered Dreams is supposed to be. Remembrance is sort of... How do I put it to you this way? It's like Metroid Other M. By that I mean, we had Super Metroid, and then Metroid Fusion. Metroid Other M is in between that. So, basically, it's like a story of what's happening. It's within it, but I wouldn't say it's the next thing. Anything with the Oracles is fine. Even though Foror is in there. I was about to say Foror A. I was like, no, don't do that. It's Foror. I say Foror. Foror is in Remembrance of Shadows, and that's tied into it, but I wouldn't say it's exactly the sequel. It's more of a spin-off, really. Anyway, guys, next time we will see her fight the Super Boss. Reaction to Pen Adelie's Let's Play of Destiny of the Ywkls to be continued.